Okay. So right now, Sag, we're going to go ahead and put this up here. You might be feeling a little bogged down with the 10 of Wands. This could be in your job, in your career, finances, in your home. But I do feel like for some of you, you do have a lot of either responsibilities that are necessary for you to handle, to take care of. This could be other people's baggage that you've been, carrying. Could be at the workplace where you have a lot of work to do, a lot of responsibility. But I do see that there is something that you definitely feel bogged down with. Okay, some of you might be really, really tired because there's so much that you're responsible to either do or to think about. But let's go ahead and clarify here the overall energy with the 10 of Wands, please. Okay, so sometimes this shows up, all right? Anytime we're talking about work and career and money, whatever's going on in our personal lives can definitely show up here. So for some of you, there could be a situation when it comes to you in a particular relationship between you and another person, I should say. But there could be a relationship here that is making you feel like you're really bogged down. Or this could be a partnership between you and another person. Doesn't have to be romantic, but it could be something that you and another person are trying to put together as a project, as a business. Or this could be, even at work. This could be that you and another person are trying to put something together, but maybe you feel like you're carrying a lot of the weight. But for some of you, I feel like, and I'll say more so the collective, there's two people here, but you're taking the weight, okay? There's a lot of weight that you're taking on. This could be a relationship, in or outside of the home, and this could be affecting you at work. It could be affecting your finances, your career. And I'm also seeing here with the Death card here, there's some transformation. So for some of you, this could be that something has changed in your relationship status. There has been some transformation to where now it's not just you. Maybe you are someone that just recently got engaged. And so it's like, okay, so that dynamic has changed from one person to the next. So now you have additional things to worry about, especially if you're trying to get married. And so it's like, okay, there's more responsibility that I'm taking on. Some of you are dating someone or engaged to someone or just recently got married to someone that has children or has other debt that now has become your debt. So I am seeing this here, but there's something between you and another person, and it's like you've taken on more responsibility because now you're considering someone other than yourself. But we'll go ahead and look at this a little bit more closely, okay? Right now we're going to look at your work situation. Work situation for Sagittarius, please. Maybe some of you are taking care of someone other than yourself. Okay, maybe there has been an actual death. Maybe a loved one or a spouse has changed, or things have changed because there has been a death. So now there's more responsibility on you. Again, pick up what I'm putting down and however it resonates. But I do see that there has been a change here, a dynamic to where there's more people that are considered or more responsibility on one person. Okay, but let's see. Wow. Who else had the Chariot here when it came to work? Can't think of it off the top of my head, but there's been a lot of walking away or moving into a new direction in all of these readings that I've done so far. So what I will say here is with the Chariot, you can look at this as one of two ways, okay? You can look at it as leaving one situation and going into another situation. This could be movement towards something, just making some type of movement to where you've been stagnant to wherever you've been. This could be a decision between two different directions, okay? we will go ahead and clarify this, but pertaining to work, I feel like you do want to take a new direction, or you have taken a new direction. For some of you, you may have gone to a new position or thinking about applying for a new position or leaving the company to go to another company. You may have had a new job offer for some of you. And some of you, I think that you're really becoming more enlightened to either work for yourself or just to get out of the work environment that you're currently in. We will go ahead and look at this a lot more deeply. Yeah, okay, so let's address this one here. The King of Pentacles, okay? King of Pentacles is someone that is really, really well off, you know, has a lot of material gain, has a lot of finances, but is really, really generous. So I feel like either there has been a generous individual that has given you an opportunity to leave out of the situation that you're currently in to go into a better situation, or you are looking to become the King of Pentacles where you have, you know, more wealth, you do have more status, you do have the ability to have so much that you can help others. Because right now, with me seeing the two people situation, and then burden being on one individual, it's like, you know, if I had more, then I could do more. For some of you, this is representing an authority figure at your job. And you might be wanting to take a new direction away from this particular person. Or you might be wanting to get into a position in your job where you can be the King of Pentacles. It's like, you know what, I could really lead this department, or I could lead this company in a way that would serve the company well. We could make more money, be more productive, and I would do my employees right. So I do see something here in a shift of either being the King of Pentacles, wanting to be like the King of Pentacles and having a lot, or possibly going away from someone that represents this authority figure here. I feel like there's a new opportunity to be more like the king. So I feel like for some of you, it's like, I want to start my own business, or I want to go to another company to where I am able to make more money and to have a better lifestyle. Okay, so I do see that. And we have the Eight of Swords here. The Eight of Swords. So it's like being mentally entrapped. All right. So if you are somewhere where you cannot get to a position that you would like to be in a leadership position, and it's like you feel like you can't get there. So you might want to get out of that, right? You might want to be like the Chariot here and get out of that, because you don't feel like you can necessarily grow in the company and the position that you're in. But let's go ahead and clarify this here. King of Pentacles, please. Maybe some of you are in a particular position where you are the authority figure, and you're doing a lot. You know, you're doing the greater good for the company, doing what you have to do in your position, and you're trying to help, you know, your employees succeed. But it's just become a lot, right? It's a lot of responsibility. All right. And you're wanting to get to the lighter side of things. So maybe you're willing to relinquish your leadership position, and really go into a new direction is what I'm saying. Because yeah, we do have the Four of Pentacles. It's like being bored, or not open to that position anymore, or being open to taking on that much responsibility anymore, right? Someone's offering you maybe a higher position or a new opportunity, and it's like, you're really closed off to it. All right, very, very closed off to it, as you can see. And then there's something that mentally is holding you back. It's mentally disrupting you. All right, and I think that with this 10 of Wands, there's a lot here. Maybe you already have a lot of responsibility at home. And so, adding this on would be too much, but someone's being offered a position, a higher position, and you don't want it. Or you don't want the burden of having more work to do. It's like, this is too much. The work environment is becoming too much for you. So this is what I'm seeing here. But let's go ahead and look at this outcome. Yeah, it's becoming too much. No matter which way you look at it, regardless of what position you are in, it's like it's becoming too much. Yeah, so with the Moon card, we're talking about hidden emotions. We're talking about secretly yearning for something more or desiring something else. So I do feel like here some of you have desired to go into a higher position, and it's like it's not happening, and you feel like you need to move on so that you can get an offer somewhere else, or you have taken this leadership position or you're in it, and it's like secretly you look at this energy. It's like you don't want it. Okay? You don't want it at all, or you don't want it anymore, because it's just simply too much. And I think you're coming to the realization where you understand that this isn't the environment that you want to be in. This isn't the position that you want to be in. Okay? Let's get some more here. Okay. Wow, a lot of wands here, Sag. 7 of Wands. Yeah, there's a lot of obstacles when it comes to your workplace. There's a lot of conflict for some of you. And I feel like you've had to put out a lot of fires, or it would require you to put out a lot of fires. And it's like, it's just too much. See what you're doing here? It's too much. It's like there's always going to be something. Someone is saying there's always something. See all of these wands that you're going and picking up, and no, that's not quite right. That's not supposed to be there. And it's like you having to put this all back into your little satchel there and start all over. And again, I feel like there could be either a boss or a coworker or coworkers to where it's like, this should be something as a collective, but it's like I'm always having to clean up this work. I'm always having to put out these fires, and quite honestly, you're getting really sick of it. It's too much. And for some of you, it's trickling into your life at home. Some of you are taking your work at home, so to speak. All right. And so it's trickling into that. Some of you actually work with your partner. Yeah, some of you work with your partner, and that's becoming very difficult to do. Okay? Wow, a lot of different messages coming through. Yeah, Page of Swords. So the advice here is pay attention to the details, get some more information. I think about other opportunities, but I think it's more so of like really, really paying attention. All right. The Page of Swords can be the stalker card, or it could be really paying attention to the details. And it's just like, it's time to really look at everything and really consider everything, because I think that for you that it's not working, but it's like, you don't exactly know why people are not doing what they're supposed to be doing. Or maybe you think that you want a position, but you haven't really looked at all the details. So if you are being offered a position, a higher position, or to go to a new department, the Page of Swords is like, please look at all the details. Look at what's in the fine lines. Look at the contract before you do make that decision. Here, like with the Chariot, because I also am getting here, just looking, some of you got offered something, but it wasn't what you wanted, but you're not saying anything. It's like, do I just take this position and, just do it? But I feel like you not saying really what you want to do and you not doing what you want to do is what's causing this Eight of Swords, or will cause this Eight of Swords position. But yeah, whatever it is, you don't want it. Okay. You got to pay attention to the details and see that you don't want it, because some of you don't know that. You don't know all the details. So that's what's most important. So before you make a decision, the Page of Swords is saying, get all the details of everything. So if there is a new opportunity, please look at all the details before making the decision. And that is what the message is for the details concerning your work. Now let's go ahead and dive into career. Okay. Some of you are already in careers that you know that you love. And that might show up here. So there could be some cards that represent what you do in a career currently. Some of you are looking to go towards a certain career or looking to change a career. And some of you don't even know what that means for you. So use this portion of the reading as confirmation. Some of these things might come up and be like, wow, I was thinking about that, but I just didn't know if that was just, you know, something I could do as a hobby or if that was right for me. And it's like, this might be confirmation to say, revisit that, get the details. Okay, do a little bit more research. All right, so let's look at what this is here. Now, some of this will be very specific, and some of this will speak to the collective. So just always keep that in mind, because these are specific cards, a lot of them, and some of them do speak to the collective. So if you see something again that doesn't resonate for you, just keep in mind that it's for someone and seek the messages that are for you. All right, so we do have healer. It says you have the spiritual gift of healing and a desire to share it with others. Yes, some of you are wanting to go into the nursing field or are currently in the nursing field. Some of you are physical therapy, I'm hearing, sports medicine, specifically for someone that's here. But this could also speak about just healing in general. It doesn't necessarily have to be physical healing. It could be some form of spiritual healing. But I do see that for a lot of you that are considering this, it's like, oh my God, I would have to go back to school. For those of you that haven't exactly went towards it. And it's okay. It's okay to go back to school. I know that for some of you, if you're wanting to be a doctor or a nurse, you're thinking, oh my God, that's a lot of time to invest. But it is an investment. And I always tell people that whatever your career is going to be, it needs to line up with your life purpose, because a career is generally supposed to be something that you do for a long period of time, if not forever. And it should be something that you're very passionate about. Okay. So if it's about the money for you and you're not really, passionate about it, the money could come and it could literally, you could get fizzled out by what you thought the money was going to be able to do for you. There's no more excitement. You've bought in all the things that you could buy. You're not fulfilled. And that's because you didn't pursue your passion. So take your time to really look at what is a passion of yours, and the money will come from there. And sometimes it's not all about the money. When you can wake up each and every day and do something that fulfills you, that is the beauty of it. That is your life purpose. That is why you are down here on this earth. The money is just the bonus, okay? If that's helping someone. All right, very good. I do see speaker. Some of you are meant to be a motivational speaker, or are a motivational speaker, or are trying to get to, that level to do so. Some of you are in careers that are very great and rewarding, but it's like you would like to go ahead and speak on that and travel. Some of you are just really, really good at speaking, and maybe you are currently doing this in your job right now. And it's like, you know what, I can make a career out of this. But I do see that someone here could be tied into motivational speaking.